Now, I've been talking about nomophobia. Now, nomophobia is the fear of not having your phone. And while this beautiful gadget that takes amazing pictures, has amazing apps, keeps us connected to people all over the world, the studies that have confirmed that it actually is a gadget that is ruining many relationships. How do we then find a balance? What are the telltale signs that your person is in it, dani, and how can we get them from out of that? And talking to us about all of this is the one, the only, Yani today, he is looking like a snack. Benjamin Zulu. You look so good.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you so much.
So I had to Google this color. Yeah.
But I like the rhyme also.
Yeah.
Like
Well, there's a bit of green going on over
it.
here.
I like it.
But this is turquoise. This is turquoise, and it looks really good.
So guys, I've just been given a class about turquoise green, turquoise blue. I said I will ask my designer what does it.
Looks good. You look
Thank
really
you.
good. Karibu sana kwenye
Whoever
show.
finds a wife
Finds an amazing, beautiful, blessed thing combined.
I'm the evidence today.
Hey, I beg. Don't make us feel some type of way, by the way. You tent ni gani ya wale tuko single.
But I've always said,
Yes.
I waited long enough
That's true.
to be sure what I wanted.
Yes.
So you are not late, you're on time.
Thank you. And that is the post I will put up today. Wait, Apple CC'd Benjamin Zulu.
So today, now that we are talking about phones,
Phones, yes.
let us start by saying that the idea behind phones was to keep us connected.
That's
in
true.
the context of relationship. Now we can talk more through the day without me having. There before, they would not, unless you send a letter to a vehicle, take home, then hope it reached another rights, and you stand on the ametuma kitu
Every
stage.
day.
So now that we have the phone, it was meant to keep us more connected. Let's set the rules quickly.
Yes.
The rule number one is save your lover, your partner with a special name.
Oh, really?
Yes, don't save Benjamin.
Come
It
on,
makes them
Benjamin
look like just
Zulu.
other names on the phone.
Oh, but then that means after we are married. Right now you can be...
When we are exclusive. It's not about marriage.
Oh, when we are exclusive.
From the moment we are now in a relationship, save me in a manner that distinguishes me from the rest of the public. The previous generation would use only parenting titles like Baba Watoto, Mama Watoto.
Yes.
Today we don't want that.
No.
If you save me Baba Watoto, that's my title as the father. What's my title to you? Who am I to you?
That's true.
Am I just Baba Watoto?
Hey, lakini hizi exclusive if you've been dating for a while ukiachwa unawacha kuandika. Unaacha kuwaita babe, honey.
It's because
Uliandika mingi.
you used to call them too early.
Oh, okay.
There's a name which can be romantic, but it's not exclusive. Example,
okay.
if me and you are friends, you're talking, you can say me as Ben. That's all.
Okay.
There's not particularly something special.
Yes.
But neither is it General Benjamin.
Yes. That's
When
true.
we become lovers now, now we are moving towards, we are consummating, and I told women don't move in. I don't repeat that, but it annoys me. Don't come to
Rudia.
me, tell me connection, we are in a state, nonsense. So save a person with a special name only when you become exclusive. Number two, when you call them, start warmly. The way you start a conversation dictates the tone.
Okay.
Don't start sema. Don't start umefika.
Hey.
Always use warm language when you're talking to your special one.
Okay.
Because it sets the tone for the conversation. Also, sign out warmly in a lovely way.
Yeah.
You can say whatever name you guys are common to use, but please let people know you're talking to the special one. Let them also feel that they are different from the rest of the callers. It's these small things, Mwikali. Please pick in a manner that is lovely. Hi, babe. Hi. Even if you're in something, even if we can't talk. Hi, sweetie, can I call you from somewhere? That is something.
Okay.
As opposed to, sorry, I can't talk.
Guilty.
Yes. Don't do that. Always make them feel the specialness. The other rule is, in terms of calling, when you call and they don't pick, don't incessantly call. It makes you look desperate and makes them feel resentful. You're nagging.
Okay.
Behave dignified by hoping they'll return the call.
Yes.
Once you call once, or maybe it was something text and mind your business. Another thing is, if there's a reason for which you can't be reached on phone for an hour or two, or unusually long period, notify me early.
Yes.
Even if your phone suddenly went off, take another phone and say, hey, this is I may not be reachable. Notify me, because there's anxiety when we are used to being in touch constantly, and now I can't find you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's say you marry a teacher and they have lessons. Sometimes they have lessons or exams that generally you should know where I am because we are communicating.
Yes.
If I'm invigilating exams and maybe I'm an account, or we are going for meetings that take long and we cannot talk, whatever. Notify me. Let me know we may not talk. Another thing is there's something you find. Have you when we are home and you need something from my phone, you should be able to get it.
Okay.
This is important.
Hapo kuna shida kubwa sana, Benjamin. I don't know. It's a problem.
This is a balance. I do not need to police you, but neither should I be a persona non grata to your phone, an unwanted person to your phone. I should know the passwords and the pins. If you cannot trust me with your passwords, neither should I trust you with my life.
Okay. Can you say that again?
If I cannot trust
over here, we are ending relationships today.
Let's end them.
Yes.
They should have ended long ago.
Say that again. If you cannot what?
If you cannot trust me with your phone,
yes,
neither should I trust you in my life.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Surely, Mwikali, there's nothing more intimate than sex. There's nothing that. There's nothing more intimate than me giving you all my life, my secrets, what is more than that?
Gadget inaitwa simu.
Listen. And I will come to hit the other side and say, do not behave snoopy. Every day I leave my phone, you go there to scroll to see who I chatted with.
When you're in the shower, that is when we get the phones.
When if you have this, I will not stop. I will not change passwords because that's not a solution. We'll deal with your habit of suspecting me. Yes. And policing me.
Yes.
Maybe you had exes who cheated that way. But if you treat it, how does it feel to be suspected when you're doing nothing wrong? It feels very bad. We need to converse it. So some people, you will not know whether they checked your phone. They will mention something they could not have seen it anywhere else.
Apart from your phone.
Apart from my phone. So we need to address that. And I want to ask people to stop marrying insecure people. You'll have a hell of a life. Please, you'll have a hell of a life.
Yeah.
You need a person who has the capacity to trust. Let's differentiate. True love is territorial. It is safeguards that which is.
That is true.
I'm jealous and territorial in that I don't want to share you with anyone. But true love is also trusting and respectful in that I don't want to interfere in your personal space and your conversations.
It goes hand in hand.
Yes. I love you for myself alone, but I know you also need a life to enjoy your life. I don't stop you from talking to your friends. No. I don't. Another thing is, please don't walk away when you pick calls when you're with your partner. Walking away, you're excluding them as if there's something you're hiding. You can start the conversation here, but because that other person requires privacy, now you walk away to continue. Oh, I'm busy, I'm also making noise.
Yes.
That is a reason to walk away.
Okay.
But if you see it and jump away, another thing, don't behave tense around your phone when you're with me.
Umeona hii ya kuweka hivi?
Now, let's talk about that. Instead of putting your phone upside, and you should not meet me, then you put it on silent. Or switch it off,
airplane
or turn
mode.
it upside down. What are you hiding? Be natural around me. When somebody calls, there's no, in fact, it is so enjoyable. The freedom I enjoy is to be able to ask my girl, check who is calling for me. She tells me, check who is that calling for me. All right, is it mom? Okay, nitampigia. Something like that. That freedom is so precious. Borrow the phones. There's some people who keep one so far away.
Yeah.
They have more than one, and they hide one. And Mwikali, I want to tell you, if you want to know whether somebody is hiding something, the soft spot of all affairs is the communication. The soft spot is the communication. You may never catch them in the act. But one thing is intercept the conversation. You don't need to be snoopy. You just observe body language, how he reacts when a phone rings when you're around you. You can always see those micro flashes.
Yes.
You can see tension. You can see unease. Once you suspect that, don't blow a storm because you don't have evidence yet.
No, you don't.
Don't blow a storm yet.
Yes.
So wait and observe more. Just check. Imagine it will bring itself. People can lie for a while, but never forever. If you're observant, you can know how they breathe when they're at ease. You can know men laid out. Men are so pattern oriented. It's very easy to read them. Nobody is easy to decode like a man. When he is happy, there's a way he breathes, and he is unconscious about it himself.
Yes.
There's a way he fidgets. The things have been told about me by the women in my life, my mother. You know, women study you. My sister. You know, I know when you are tensed. I know sometimes you gaze to, you're looking at the TV, but you're not looking at the TV.
Yeah. Umezuba.
They can tell
Yes.
when you're not quite yourself. They can tell how your routine. Men are so routine oriented. When you see a change in routine, there's something different.
Yeah.
And when you know there's something different, learn to flow without showing that you've detected anything.
That's where you will hit the jackpot.
Exactly. You'll be able to discover what is going on.
Yes.
So let me know your password and my passwords so that you can faint. And I'm the only person they can ask to come, and then I also don't know.
The question today is, cell phones, have they ruined your relationship? Ushaiachwa ama ukaachana kwa sababu ya matumizi ya simu? Send in your stories, your opinions on this. Benjamin Zulu is still going to be in the studio. We're taking a very short commercial break and we'll be sampling some of the feedback when we come back. This is Full Circle with Mikali. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mikali. We're talking about your phone, your gadget. You walk around with it. It's a beautiful one. But has it caused, a bit of drama in your relationship? Ushaiwachwa au kuachana because of your phone. Now, Eman James, all the way from Mombasa, anasema ya kwamba human beings have always been addicted, so stop blaming technology. Come on now. Sad reality of our lives nowadays. As much as mobile phones are useful at times, I wish they never existed. In today's world, technology has taken human behavior, and there's communication problem more so now. Cheaters don't, this is Sophie Moredi says, cheaters don't allow you to access their phone because they know very well they're cheating. Where did you marry, her or him? Then you could have stayed single, or if you're not happy in that relationship, just leave it. Looking at our SMSs, Benjamin, my husband, even at 1:30 a.m., is on his social media every day. 1:30 a.m. Are we supposed to be sleeping?
So let's say this: if you tolerate disrespect, if you tolerate outright disrespect, don't come here to complain about your partner.
No.
Mikali, there is a role for me and you to set boundaries of what you can put up with.
Yes.
Some of these people are being treated this way because they have indicated that they are desperate without this person.
And they allowed
Exactly.
to be treated.
Remember,
that
what
way.
you refuse to deal with, you are choosing to live with.
That's true.
What you refuse to deal with. If a person, how can you be in bed and you're on the phone?
How?
How?
So are we saying that we should not take our phones to the bedroom?
No, we do take it. When you become family people, there are things you can't just ignore. You can't just lock phones away. You have a lot going on.
Yeah.
And you can be needed at night. But what you usually do, like in my case, I leave the business phone away. I only go with the personal phone.
Okay.
Because business phones, it's daylight elsewhere. People are calling, texting, doing things.
Yes.
But we switch off the internet. We switch off the bundle because they keep on peeping. All right?
Okay.
The phone is here in case of a genuine family emergency. I am still reachable from the personal circles.
Okay.
But let's say that for a person to be on social media,
At 1:30 a.m.
no, that's not acceptable. You need to discuss that and say, this is not possible. This is not doable. Sometimes, Mikali, you suffer insomnia. And the only thing you can keep yourself busy with the phone. Tiptoe away to the sitting room there.
Okay.
Respect me enough that I need to sleep. You are having activities here and I'm asleep. No, that's not okay. The other things we had not mentioned is that when something happens to you, don't post it on social media before you share with your partner. Like, they should not be shocked by the world.
Okay.
Oh, I see your wife has gotten promotion. Tell me first. The other thing is, if I call and you're on another phone, tell me who it was when we talk.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Seriously?
If I can't get you, your phone is busy, that feels bad when you're my woman.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It could be anything.
It could be anything. And I don't mean I'm suspicious. Just tell me, oh, sorry, I was talking to my boss. That's okay. Oh, sorry, it was, we were sorting other issues.
It was a client.
You should, there's something about rejecting a call or the call telling you this person, it feels bad on normal circumstances. But when it is your person this time, it is particularly disturbing. It's not about being immature, it's just the fact that you are mine.
But I can be on a phone call.
No, we are not saying you justify it. Just mention.
Okay.
Another thing is, if we are talking with you and another one calls and it's peeping from here, two.
And you're on the other end of the phone.
Yes, we are talking both of us.
Constantly.
And there's a person looking for you incessantly.
And I tell you,
Clear
I'll
the
call
air.
you back instead of even telling you who is calling.
Don't
And
do
if
that. Clear the air. Tell me, what could they be calling about? Huyu tutampikia ina shida.
Okay.
Ama, this one was waiting. There's something. Let me sort, then I come back.
Okay.
always mentioned. Keep your partner from worrying.
Okay.
All right. Another thing is, if there are things that people who live so much, so online is their work. They work online.
Yes.
So that they can be home, but they're not home. They can be home, but so create breaks where you can actually talk, chat, play, joke, have fun. Remember, relationships, although we associate more with the fans and games,
Yes.
there's a part of therapy, there's part of healing, but just having a break, reliving, playing. I hope, and some people, because I told you there are women who've grown up with very serious fathers.
Yeah.
So they hate the image of serious because they think those are dry. Others grew up with unserious and fun-loving and drunkard and partying
Yes.
fathers. So they want the opposite. You don't want either very serious and tough and dry, or very romantic, playful and stable. You want a person who is both principled and stable, but also knows how to play.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
get that combination. So that in between, and then you practice it. You learn it. You can teach each other. Some of us have the tendency, especially firstborns. They had no time to play. They had to cook for everyone, clean for everyone, cook food, prepare, then call them from play. Come and eat now. Now they take them to bed and sleep last. So their firstborns, their default is serious life. You have to teach them that, hey, sometimes poke them. Poke them, they get to poke them again. They're too serious. And I told men to organize their families eventually to live in the same house. Eventually, as much as possible.
Yes.
Let us avoid living apart throughout. As much as possible. Even if one of you, your career is very big, let another one take a very flexible career.
Yes.
That you can organize with stay together in the same family. Family should be in the same compound. How will you help me with the clothing? Help me with the food? If we only meet once a month. If we only meet weekend, who am I with the rest of the week?
Yeah.
I ask men, and because we are the leaders, we are the ones who can do most of these adjustments and set the rules. Say that eventually we can start working apart because we need the jobs.
Yes.
When we are starting, we need the
Yes.
jobs badly.
Yes.
We can't, but eventually, as we become more, we need to have the intention of moving in together. To start to live together as a family, to do things together as a family. And have you realized, Mikali, the best ideas when you're talking with people who matter to you come spontaneously. You don't plan them.
You don't plan them.
It's the conversation that brings them.
Yes.
So in increased moments of conversation, in increased moments, another thing about flirting. It's emotional cheating when you're talking more to other people than to your own.
You see, most people say it's just conversation. I'm not cheating.
But we started that way with you, me and you.
That's true.
It was just conversation, but look where it has led. Conversations can lead anywhere. And this thing, people have crossed boundaries by the time they're talking about vulgar. You know, that's audio pornography. They're sending news, they're sending. You have crossed boundaries far too far. And that's when people start hiding their phones. And they start accusing us because you are nosy. There should be a mutual understanding that I don't keep on... And I tell men not to get into the handbags of the women to get the phone. Don't get into a handbag of a woman. That's not a gentleman.
Don't do
Don't do that. If the
Wait
phone
until they come.
If the phone rings, carry the whole handbag, give her.
Achukue mwenyewe.
Don't dip your hand when you're finding our private things in the handbag. That's not a gentleman.
We have so much feedback here, Zulu. Hello, Wikali and Zulu. Talking of this gadget, my husband akija nyumbani huwa anazima simu na akifungulia anaweka silent. I can see he's kind of addicted because hata saa 8 za usiku wako online. Actually, we've talked about this. We argue off the phone so many times. And Joanne says, for me, actually, the phone has ruined my relationship because I'm never close to it. Everyone's always asking me why it's a mobile device. So yeye na yeye hayuko na simu yake.
No, that's another problem of another type.
Yes.
You need to be reachable, even when you're at home. There are women who forget their phone, and then they can't function because nowadays communication goes on constantly. Maybe it's communication from work. Attend to this. Nowadays with online working, you need to be reachable. So if you realize you have that mental absence, this is a personality type that is particularly gadget off. They forget it.
Yeah.
So if you need to practice. Maybe you buy that shows thing to punish yourself. Hang it here for a period. Or put it, do something. You know, we buy our mothers because they will forget it and go to somebody.
That's true. That is true.
So now we have to get this phone on your body somehow.
Because clearly she's saying there's a problem in the relationship now because she's unreachable.
There's a girl I dated, and I think that's one reason we couldn't go any far.
Allah.
She will return your calls after 3 days.
3 days we are kukua. Benjamin Zulu.
I was alone.
I went through my man's phone when he was in the bathroom. Where what I found? Some ladies sending him nudes. Another lady, he was lying to me that she is his cousin. Where am we calling? And they were dating. I never told him what I saw on his phone. I just told him I feel like I need a break from our relationship. I never told him I went through his phone till today. He doesn't know why I left
No,
him.
gather the evidence and confront. Give people the chance, closure. Don't leave people hanging. You may take a while to disclose, but some of those things, forward them to yourself. Screenshot.
Yeah.
And show them, this is what I saw and I realized you're living a secret life.
Yeah.
This phone should not facilitate secrets. And remember, when we have a difference, you should not bring the difference over the phone unless we are distance. Long distance. One of these days, we do talk about long distance relationships exclusively.
Yes, we should.
Especially abroad. Somebody is in another time zone or in another country, another continent. Because one of the rules is, even when we are not talking, never fail to pick the call of your partner. Even when we are not in talking terms, because the call could be another thing. Could be about another thing. There's a lot going on between us.
Yes.
If I call you and I want to discuss that and you're not ready, you can always say you're not ready to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Or maybe, so always keep the communication lines open, whether we are talking or not. So in long distance relationship, that rule is the cardinal rule. That you must talk every day, whether you make a sikiana. Silent treatments are out. They are not there in long distance relationships. They are not allowed. They kill the connection.
Yes.
Because we are depending solely on virtual connection. So even if you're not talking, we call each other to breathe on the air, to breathe on the phone. Let the silence be there on the phone. Long distance relationships are not for immature people.
No, they're not.
No.
Yeah.
So we must do the voice notes. We must do the chats as we have always done. Even if you're just reporting routine. So when we part after a date, women always tell the guy, thank you for good time. Even if you did not enjoy it. It's okay, appreciate it.
Yeah.
If he took you out for date.
Yes.
The men should always report, I've arrived home safe.
Yes.
That is a rule. So in phone, if you have been somewhere and you finally arrive, don't just go like that.
Don't.
Always communicate you're home safe and say it was a nice time.
Yeah.
It's courtesy. Even if this was the last date, teach yourself to say that.
And never see him again.
Exactly.
It's okay. Kuna mtu anasema hapa, hello again. Today it's like you're talking about my burning issues. My hubby is crazy. First of all, because you're calling him crazy, I don't even understand, but hey. My hubby is crazy. He has tapped my phone. All contacts I communicate regularly with them, he has them. All messages go to him. He keeps talking about my phone. I have nothing to hide, but he keeps doing this. I'm bored of his behaviors. He doesn't want me to have male friends. Is this good behavior? He also have girlfriends, but I don't bother because I trust him.
This is the high level of insecurity, and we said in Mukali, to intrude into my space that much is outright disrespect.
Tapping your phone.
Outright disrespect. In fact, it's against the law.
I think it is.
It is.
It is illegal.
Why is she putting up with it? She's too afraid of rocking the boat. She's afraid of threatening. If you don't leave me alone, I'll leave. And then she's told to go. That's what she's afraid of.
Yeah.
These women who come complaining about, and I don't listen to the nonsense myself. I don't listen to horror movie. I don't sit there to swallow nonsense. Why are you putting up with it? Are you so desperate? This woman is always desperate. How can you tap my phone? Excuse me. I have a life. I have me.
Yes.
Mikali Kamiana says, if the relationship is not happier than your single life, go back to single life.
That's what's up.
Please. If you're not coming to help me live to the weight of life, add some flavor and color and we assist each other. If you're coming to torment me, leave. No, marriage is not a calling. You can be happy without marriage. Some women are too needy of marriage, staying married. How can somebody... You mean you can't have a conversation?
All your messages go to him.
And you know it.
And
you're here texting Switch TV.
Yes. Okay. Mwikali, this is Rose. Please ask Zulu, what of a partner who refuses to master your number? Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm so sorry. Refuses to master your number, yet has mastered almost all of his friends' numbers. Also, if your partner speaks a different language, and every time they talk to someone, they're not willing to share anything to the point you start worrying. Let's just start with the mastering of the number before we go to the language.
Okay.
Hashiki namba yako.
No, first of all, there are people who have terribly bad memories.
Lakini akona za wengine.
So we are not accusing those who have some dyslexia of some sort of numbers.
Yes, no, we are not.
There's a condition about numbers. It's
Yes.
not dyslexia, but it has a name.
Yes.
The people who have a condition. If he cannot master any number, you wouldn't accuse him. But if he has mastered other people's numbers,
Aye.
ask yourself who you are to him then.
Yeah.
Just interpret that. What does it mean? All right? Maybe he doesn't value you as much. when a guy has a crush on a lady, he will capture the number the second time he sees it. Anaipatiwa anaibeba hapo. Because I might lose the phone and I need to talk to that girl.
Yeah.
The phone is off and I need to talk for that girl.
You remember that is how we were operating back in the
Exactly.
day. You have to memorize the
You have
number.
a way to relate. If you value a person, you know so much about them, even more than necessary. When you value a person. You know, with my girl, I know both the former number and the present and the Airtel. I can guess it.
You're doing great.
I must do that.
Let's address the language bit of it. You know, being in a relationship with somebody else and you don't understand their language.
It's a matter of courtesy. Some people do it unknowingly, but you need to bring it up to them.
Okay.
That when you okay, with my people, I can only talk my language. If my girl doesn't understand my language, I may not always interpret, but I can simply tell her this is what we are talking about.
Yes.
With my people. But there are people who you don't need to change to another language. It's like you are changing deliberately to exclude your partner. Now that is suspicious. There are people from home, Mikali, who will never talk to you. Even in Swahili, they can't.
They won't.
They talk to you the way when you were in primary school. They even call you the name after who you are named after. You know they are from home because of the way they introduce themselves.
Yeah.
That is normal. We understand that. And actually, you can tell the tone. But if you change with the people of this kind of age group, our type,
Yes.
and suddenly you're discussing, you know, me and you, Mikali, don't need to speak vernacular. Surely we don't. That's not what we do day by day. But if we switch in the presence of a person, what are we saying about them? We're excluding them. So when you feel excluded, bring it up.
Okay.
Always bring it up. And if the person doesn't give you a valid reason, always draw boundaries. Mikali, can you review that? Can you state that? Don't drop your boundaries just because you're in that relationship.
That is so true. And it's so disrespectful. It has happened to me once. There's this guy, he was trying to, you know, woo me and stuff. So we get into an Uber trying to go to, you know, like on a date. And then he speaks in a language I don't understand. And like you said, women have that sixth sense. And something just told me to record what he was saying.
Oh my!
Guys,
before you play with a woman, be careful.
I recorded it and I sent it to a friend who understands that language. And they called me immediately. They're like, Mikali, where are you? What are you doing? You know, it wasn't, they were talking about me because they knew I couldn't understand.
What?
And because I knew what the intentions were, I did not go back home. I decided to continue and go on the date knowing very well that whatever his plans are will not work out. So it's very disrespectful. And if you have a feeling that it's not being done very well around you, then you should just...
You can always tell the tones, the contexts.
Yes, you
the
can.
Body language.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. Be careful. We are tough. Hi, Mikali. My wife and I know each other's phone PIN and social media passwords. We even receive calls meant for each other. We are thriving.
But please don't receive calls meant for your wife. It's disrespectful. Even now I call Mikali and a man pics. You're not thriving in someone with childishness. Mikali, how do you feel if you call Benjamin and a woman pics?
Maybe you're busy.
I know.
Unless we are friends.
Yes.
Unless we are friends with the couple.
Yes.
Unless you are friends with the couple, then if a
person is
Zulu
calling
picks,
repeatedly and I know she can't pick, now I can call to excuse me, she will call you back.
Yes.
But the regular picking, hello, that is shocking. Which number have I called? How do they live?
A second of trauma.
Are
right
they insecure?
There.
Now have I been bashed? Now I put somebody in trouble.
Yeah.
So please also measure it.
It's
not necessary.
over the top.
And remember, just because I marry you doesn't mean I give up my personal space.
No.
I still have my personal space.
Yes.
Sometimes I just retreat to think, reflect, organize my things. It's not. I just wanted to be. It's not about you. So please, let's also know that the phone has that me thing.
Yes.
There are apps you have me I don't need.
Yes.
Things you do with your phone me I don't need.
Yeah.
Can we give our loved ones freedom to be themselves? Let's not be enmeshed.
Yeah.
Let's not be so enmeshed and the messages going to you are coming to me. And suddenly you logged in using my email or my password. Now they're coming to you.
And then I miss my email that I was supposed to get from work.
Yeah.
Our time is almost running out. But let me just read one more here. Hi, Mikali. I'm Viona Chep from Kikuyu. Say hi to Benjamin. Umesalimika?
Hi.
I totally agree with what he's saying. Phone should help us communicate when we are far from one another. And the beauty of a relationship is when we trust one another to share the passwords, not to be checking your phone, but to just know that the trust is there.
Yeah.
Have a great day. I like the show.
I like that.
That's beautiful. That I think it sort of like summarizes the message that you're putting out today.
Exactly. And to say that we need to have stated or unstated but mutually understood phone rules.
Yes.
Mutually understood. that you should not be act like you're hiding something. If you act like you're hiding something, how you're inviting me to inspect? Because
Yeah.
I have trusted you with my everything.
That's true.
And you can't afford to be doing underhanded deals out there. If you talk on if somebody is calling and you're not picking, you should tell me why you're not picking. Is it because I'm here? Especially the opposite gender.
Yes.
And please don't save people with the false names.
Safaricom.
Don't
KPLC.
save somebody Jomo Atakataka and is actually Njeri. Don't save people funny names. It means you have dubious dealings.
Oh my God. There's people who save people don't pick.
Yeah, if you told me there's a person troubling you.
Yes.
If we understand it's okay. It's okay.
That's
There are people
okay.
like that.
That's okay.
And again,
Okay.
men, you should not accuse a woman because she has been sent this flirtatious message and she has not chatted back.
We receive
Please
them.
don't do that because they can't control how you married a beautiful woman. Acknowledge it. Other men can see the beauty.
That's what's up.
Me too, I get women who admire me. I can tell the language. It's not direct, but I can tell it.
Zulu, we'll talk about that next time because that's a very interesting. I will not do that. I'm sorry. Social media handles and your numbers.
Benjamin Zulu KE everywhere. 0701 299 333 is the number.
Hiyo ndio number inalalanga sitting room.
So in case you call.
Late at night, just know. Hata Wi-Fi imezimwa. Thank you, Zulu, for coming through. Always a pleasure having these conversations with you. We're changing the nation one relationship at a time.
I tell you.
That's what's up. We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back and we'll be talking about, facial massages. Away from the facials that we get where we get the treatment, the masks, the scrubbing and everything. Do you ever take time to actually have your face massaged? We'll be right back.